Hey, this is a video we're doing for a project for the local primary school Christmas fair. It's one of those steady hand puzzles where you get a hook and you've got to get it around a wire loop without touching the side. So we souped it up a little bit by plugging it into a Raspberry Pi computer. You can see it down there just about. So we plug stuff into the general purpose I/O sockets so that it can register when you're pressing buttons, or if the hook touches the edge it gives you a buzz, or if you make it all the way to the end there's another little connection down there. Marvellous, look at that, I did it in under 8 seconds and only 2 buzzes. So the hardware is pretty straightforward. It's a plastic box, and there's some plumbing fixtures I've got here that I use to attach cast the wire in polyester resin, so like fiberglass resin, just so it sticks to these plumbing fixtures, and then drilled a hole in the box and screwed them in place so that this wire is reasonably steady, although it's a little bit wobbly. And then there's a couple of buttons for the stop and start. I've shown you those. And this is the handle for a paintbrush with a bit of wire and a bit of coat hanger as a hook. So I was told that the I/O pins on the Raspberry Pi are a bit sensitive to static, so it's not a good idea to just expose those to the outside world. So I've got an expansion board down on there. I think it cost me a tenner, and that means that it's protecting the computer itself if there's any static. If somebody with a big fluffy jumper comes and grabs hold of the wire, then they're less likely to fry the computer, which is probably a good thing. And that expansion board uses chips that are pretty standard. There's a website, Adafruit website, they've got all the instructions about how to set that up. It's pretty simple. The software, that bit, is Python. I've never written any Python before, but it was pretty straightforward. I stole a bit of code off the internet for doing it. Was an ordinary stopwatch, just a little one, and I basically made it massive. Put the counter thing in the corner so that I don't know if you saw that, but each buzz you get, it'll add more to the counter. So yeah, I extended the stopwatch to do that, and put on the graphics and stuff. I extended it also to include the I/O library so that it would recognise that when I press the green button that means start, and when I touch this connector to the wire that means buzz. And then the other thing I had to do was add the sound library, which comes from Pygame, which is already installed on the Raspberry Pi, and making it play sounds is really easy. So yeah, that's what we've done. Kids seem to enjoy it, and we're looking forward to the Christmas fair.